Expensive after-hour parties, now having to pay for FastPass, and hotel stays only for the super rich? Is Disney World greedy or just plain brilliant? We talk about that and so much more. It's time for a Disney opinion. What's shaking, friends? Wade for the Kingdom Report, hanging out with you once again, always bringing you the latest Disney news and information, and today, a Disney opinion. This, of course, is a segment where we spotlight a perspective from around the world that pertains to the Walt Disney Company, and of course, a topic that many of you have been sharing your thoughts on in recent months, and that is the Walt Disney Company just trying to soak us for cash, or what's going on here? And I wanted to share these thoughts with you from Rick Menares of the Motley Fool. He writes, "Is Disney World greedy or brilliant?" He says, "One has to wonder if Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Chapek knows what folks are saying about him on social media. Disney's pumping up the volume on monetizing its theme parks, and some of its biggest fans are wondering if Chapek has just gone too far. If you're not a regular on the Disney World social feeds, here are just some of the pricing moves that Florida's theme park resort has announced in recent weeks. The House of Mouse recently unveiled Disney's Very Merriest After Hours, a 4-hour seasonal event at the Magic Kingdom that will replace Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Tickets will max out at $249 per adult, nearly double the peak pricing of the comparable holiday event from 2019. Recently, D23, the official club for Disney enthusiasts, introduced a preview of the upcoming Remy's Ratatouille adventure ride at Disney World's Epcot. The clincher is that the Labor Day weekend sneak peek will set riders back a whopping $75 per person. The mother of all sticker shock, though, goes to Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser, a richly themed lodging experience that will open next year adjacent to the resort's Disney's Hollywood Studios. The 2-night stay will set a couple back at least $4,809 plus tax. He says, "It's hard to blame Disney World for being greedy. The Ratatouille preview sold out quickly. There's no shortage of fans willing to pay up for bragging rights to be among the first to experience the new dark ride that officially opens in October. The holiday party will also fill up as quickly as the similarly overpriced Halloween event taking place at the Magic Kingdom right now. As for immersive Star Wars themed experience, you do know that there's no shortage of wealthy fans of the iconic sci-fi franchise to throw $5,000 at the luxury experience." Disney fans may not want to hear this, but the company they follow has every right to be greedy right now. Disney's theme parks segment didn't surprise investors with an earlier than expected return to profitability recently by playing it safe. It has opened its theme parks on both coasts with a game plan to optimize the revenue-generating potential of its capacity-controlled visitors. Disney has favored park guests paying 3 figures for single-day admissions, ideally staying at one of its resorts. Last summer's reopening of Disney World may have been all about appeasing the locals, but now the goal is to attract card-swiping out-of-towners who have historically spent more at the popular resort. With an 18-month celebration of the resort turning 50, now just a few weeks away from kicking off, lighting the fuse of even greater consumer demand, can you blame Disney for lunging at the brass ring? Motley Fool counterpart Parkev Tate-Voisian also writes the following when it comes to Disney parks right now, saying, "At the pandemic onset, the Walt Disney Company was forced to lock the turnstiles at its theme parks. The closures lasted much longer than expected. The extended time allowed management to rethink its pricing and policies of popular attractions. As parks are reopening, the House of Mouse is announcing new programs that are pleasing some and irking others. All, of course, depending on if you think Disney is making parks accommodate guests at a wider range of income levels, or if you think it's trying to extract more money from visitors. One change it made was to cancel the previous annual pass program at Disney parks in California. Popular among local residents, the pass allowed guests to visit several times per year for a monthly or annual membership fee. Prices ranged from a few $100s per year all the way up to $1,449 per year. A few months after reopening its California theme parks, Disney introduced the Magic Key program with similar features. The Magic Key gives guests benefits similar to those of the annual pass, but with more days blocked out and more inconvenience. Additionally, Disney introduced Genie Plus for $15 per day at Walt Disney World in Florida and $20 per day at Disneyland in California, giving you access to the Lightning Lane. In other words, it allows you to skip the long lines to experience attractions. This is yet another way Disney is making premium tiers available for differing guest income levels. Yet families with more money to spend will have a better experience than the rest. Folks who have been waiting in line for 45 minutes won't be thrilled to watch another family walk right up and get on the ride before them. These were just the latest innovations in Disney's attempt to maximize its theme parks. A few years ago, it implemented dynamic ticket pricing, which tiered ticket prices based on demand. For instance, during the most popular Christmas holiday time, ticket prices would be the highest. They would be lower for midweek school days when fewer folks want to visit. It should be no surprise that Disney is coming out of park shutdowns with the intent to recoup some money. The company lost $6.9 billion due to park closures in fiscal year 2020, and with all that pent-up demand from people who have been cooped up indoors for the better part of a year, Disney is confident it can get consumers to pay. Whether fans like it or not, Disney is in business to make profits. Management's task is to maximize shareholder value. These new pricing policies could increase profits by extracting more value from higher income guests. And if negative publicity from the changes outweigh the benefits of added value, Disney could always just cancel the program. Regardless, it's a demonstration of the popularity of Disney's assets. The company is charging premium prices for admission to its theme parks, which draw so much interest from customers that demand is creating long lines. Disney is then offering people the option to buy the privilege to skip those long lines. Investors should want to own stock in a company with that kind of pricing power. Once again, our many thanks to these two writers from the Motley Fool for sharing their perspectives. And now we turn it on over to all of you, because your perspective does matter. As the most rabid of Disney Parks fans, you are the ones that sustain Disney Parks during their quietest times of year and make them successful. Do you think that the Walt Disney Company is handling things appropriately when it comes to Disney Parks and the way in which people can visit the parks now? Especially with all these upcharges, these extras, these add-ons, do you think that these are all things that aren't really going to impact your enjoyment of the theme parks and are just extras for the sake of being extras? You're going to just ignore them and still have a great time regardless? Or are you somebody that's going to take part in these experiences? Do you plan on sort of adopting that Disney Genie Plus service when you go to the theme parks and using the Lightning Lane feature for something that was once complimentary in FastPass will now be a charge up? Or are you somebody that feels like all of this is just taking you for a financial ride and trying to soak you for even more while making the experience you once had a little less than? We are absolutely interested in how you feel about this. Please share your perspective in the comments down below. For the Kingdom Report, I'm Wade Heath. We'll see you again next time for another edition of Disney Opinion.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.